All right, fine. Let's talk some basketball. There was a lot of basketball, actually, last night. It was hard to see much because of the baseball, but Lakers and Cavs, that happened. Shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 5-0. Big win last night, 134-110. Evan Mobley with his 25. Donovan Mitchell had 24 points. LeBron had 26. Third time in franchise history that this team, Cleveland, has started this thing undefeated. I don't think you guys have not believed in them, but what are we feeling now?
This is an improved team that's playing together and that they're healthy. Last year, they went through so many injuries, whether it was Donovan, whether it was Garland, Evan Mobley. They all seem to be healthy. They all seem to be having fun. And you got to give credit to Kenny Atkinson. As much as we praise J.J. Redick for a first-year coach doing the job he's doing, he's got these guys playing together. And when they play fast, they play efficient. They score 100. They give up 126 points a game. They score 126 points a game, which is second in the NBA, and they give up 106 points a game, so it's second in defense. So it's when they're playing both sides of the ball, they're young enough to there's not going to be real load management with this team either because they're fresh, they're young, they play together. So when you have a team that's athletic, Jared Allen last night, for some reason, just looked like a man playing with boys. He was tipping the ball to himself, dunking. They're a well-balanced team. Again, I think it's early, but you couldn't ask for a better start if you're Cleveland, and they looked really, really good last night. And
knowing Kenny Atkinson and the way that he likes to coach, he's maximized the talent that he has on his basketball team. They're going to play an up-and-down, fast-paced game. Even though Darius Garland didn't have his best night, they still were playing at a pace that's going to be great for the Cleveland Cavaliers moving forward. But it was just a great game to see them battle back and have a great game and beat the Lakers team with so much hype around other things that Michelle doesn't like to talk about.
We'll get to it. I'm forced to do that.
Evan Mobley's one of those guys too, where I've been waiting for the big jump, right? The big leap, and I feel like this year is kind of that year. He's expanded his game. He looks stronger. He's always been bouncy and athletic. Now I want to kind of see him expand his game into that kind of Jaren Jackson, outside shooting, pick and pop, and he seems to be doing that. He's efficient. He's this guy that doesn't take bad shots. You don't have to play through him, which I think helps him. He's just a versatile guy that can fit in. He can play with good guards. He's unbelievable in pick and roll. He's great as a lob threat. So I look forward to him just to seeing his growth, and he seems to take a big step this summer.
I think Cleveland, what was it, like a 3-week stretch last season where they just couldn't lose a game?
When they were healthy last year, they were really good.
There is something great there that is happening right now. We'll get into it, Lou, since you're all sentimental and Hallmark cardy this morning. Yes, that LeBron and his kid did not play together, but Bronny did have a lot of chance in his favor. They wanted to see him out on that floor. He got out on that floor, and he got his first ever NBA points. It's finally done, another milestone he's accomplished. But he got to do it where he was born, where he grew up. That seems meaningful. Who wants to address it?
It was cool. I thought it was classy for the Cleveland Cavaliers to give him I thought it was classy for them to give them a tribute video. It was a little slightly weird, but classy nonetheless, because usually those are reserved for guys that's at least played for the organization, But then again, Bronny was born a Cleveland Cavalier. His dad was already playing for this team when he was born. Everybody watched him grow up in that. I'm sure he was around the arena. Sure he was around the organization. So it was just good to see again. These feel-good moments are great. If you're a father, I'm going to continue to say it. These moments are just great to see, and I'm just happy that he was able to at least score and get some time in that game. And kind of put all of these things behind him, and I want to see the real journey begin.
Yeah, and as much as we make fun, this was a special moment because as great as LeBron is, he's always also claimed Ohio. He's always claimed Akron, whether he was in Miami, whether he was in LA. He's always been a Ohio-born, Akron-raised, St. Vincent St. Mary guy who he's always repped. So I think this was the classy move for the organization to do. I think it shows respect for him. And again, I think this is just a special moment in time that's never happened before. But like we said yesterday, okay, he played in his first game, played in his hometown, got his first points. Now I think we put to bed everything and we can continue on, especially if you're the Lakers, and just continue to progress this season. But this is definitely an awesome feeling. And as far as Bronny goes, how he handled this, that's tough, man. You're getting chanted like you're a walk-on in college to come in the game. It's uncomfortable, and so I'm sure he doesn't love it. I don't know the kid at all, but it's a shitty situation. But he handled it very well. I'm glad he made his first shot and kind of got over that. But again, I think now he can wake up. Everyone else can just take a deep breath and just move on from the kind of this whole media swarm of him playing or when it's going to happen next, because now the focus should actually shift on the team that's playing.
For what it's worth, in 5 minutes, he had 2 points, 2 assists. Doesn't mean much to you, but that's a pretty good stat line for 5 minutes.
Great.
Yeah. But also, like, do you remember, like you're from Memphis, do you remember your first, like, point? Like, I don't remember my first points in Orlando.
Yeah, I probably had like 2 to 4 points.
No, but I'm saying your like, I don't remember, do you remember your, like, I don't remember, it's not like it's meaningful, at least for me, it wasn't like my first point in Orlando. Like, I don't remember that.
You're not as sentimental.
Well, yeah, I think I remember just my first 2 points in general.
Oh, yeah, in general, yeah.
You know, you think about that first trip home but your first 2 points.
Home.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't think about, like, your first 2 points there.
And it's a different feeling, too. Going home and playing is different. Like, you know everybody is there to see you, and aunts, uncles, cousins. So there is a lot of pressure that you almost put on yourself because you want to play well, where you, like, he grew up going to games. I grew up going to Orlando Magic games. So it's kind of a surreal feeling when you're playing in that arena with that jersey on. So it does apply a little bit more pressure. But, again, for his sake, and for the team's sake and for your sake, I'm just glad it's over with and we can stop talking about it. But
and my heart probably.
The story of this game was that the Cavs beat their ass and played really, really well and went to 5 minutes.
That is the story of this actual game.
Yeah.
Let's not get that twisted.
But this was a cool moment.
Big win.